Building businesses isn't easy. Lots of people just jump into it. People go, "Hey, you got a great idea. Start a business. Oh, you're good at this. Start a consulting business." And they just jump in without the foresight of what is actually on the horizon for them. But you're a person who's able to really map out six different steps. Here's all the things you have to kind of look at and be aware of. What are those six steps? And also, what are some of the highlights of those six steps that people should kind of really pay attention to?
Well, with me, everything has to be in steps. And the reason is because, well, partly because I am a Virgo. I was born in September, which means I have to have everything in a sequence of steps or I am hopelessly disorganized. So part of the process of coming up with six action steps is related to that is where what part of the process is a business in or a person. Let's stop saying business. I mean, it's a person. People lead businesses. So we have to figure out where that person fits in to a sequence. Are they just starting out? Have they been doing this for a long time? What level of being stuck are they? And the mechanism that I use to identify that is the six action steps, which is that's my buddy right there, Action, and he has been my mascot for 20 years now. And every time I get up in front of an audience, I have this poster board with me. When I first started speaking, I realized that speakers would get on stage and every one of them would say, "You got to take action, got to take action." Who is this action and why do I have to take him? So we finally took the cover off of my first book, Winning the Internet Dogfight. Don't try to go buy that. It's 20 years old and way out of print. But we took the picture off there, and that became my mascot, Action. And Action is not just a picture of an image of a dog, but it is actually the six steps of building any business. So what I do is I find out, all right, so we need to every letter has a word associated with it, and the first one is acceptance. You have to accept the fact that you truly are an expert in whatever it is you do. A lot of people I talk to, they don't realize that. Just the other day, I was in front of a group of high achiever business owners. And I asked the question, I said, "So, who in this room believes you are the very best at what you do?" And only about 70% of the room raised their hands. Now, I was amazed at this because you have to accept that you really are the best at what you do. And it's true. It's true in every case because nobody in the whole world has your experiences to reinforce your process of what you lead clients through or what you do for yourself in your business. So you have to walk the walk, right? So you've got to work your own method, your own process, but nobody does that process just like you. So in fulfilling that promise of your own method, I actually call that a genuine expert method. It's a sequence that nobody else can claim but you. It might have some of the same words involved, but more importantly, nobody can do that process just like you because of your experiences. That makes you unique, that makes you genuine, and that is why people want to hire you because you are the keeper of that process. But it starts with that. Starts with A, and yeah, then we get into, you don't have to go through every single one of these. There's a whole class for that. But the important thing is once you identify that you are an expert and then put that into your sequence, that's when you've earned the right to write about your method. And then you put that into a sequence through writing, and now you've earned the right to speak about your topic. You don't have to write a full book. I'm just suggesting that through newsletters or through articles, whatever it is, clarify what your genuine expert method is, and then that's what you take to the stages and say, here's my method, here's what people have had a result with following this method, and I'm going to teach this to you. That's what people want to bring you on stages for, including this podcast, because here we are talking about my six-step method.